What's going on, Nerd Nation? This is Sleevecard signing in and welcoming you back to another edition or episode of Pokemon Red Lockdown. So guys, in our last episode, we took on Brock and got our very first badge, the Boulder Badge, which was super cool. I'm really glad to kind of get into the badges, get the ball rolling deeper and deeper into the storyline on this lock. But, unfortunately, we did, of course, lose our beloved Marco in the process, of which we did replace him with Mr. Nibbles. So, before we get into today's episode, let's do a quick rundown of the team, starting with that very self-same Mr. Nibbles, who is at level 12, rocking out with Tackle, Tail Whip, and Quick Attack. And, of course, the OG himself, our starter, Solar Power, with Tackle, Growl, Leech Seed, and Vine Whip, who really did come through with Brock, just rocking Brock with a Vine Whip. So in today's episode, guys, we are going to be making our way towards and through Mt.Moon. So we do have a couple encounters first off, and then we will be taking on Team Rocket, as well as a grimy little super nerd who does not want to relinquish his fossils, if you know what I mean. So hopefully that's where I'm planning on getting through today, guys, is a couple encounters, Mt.Moon and Route 3, as well as Team Rocket and Super Nerd, and getting us some fossils, and that will set us up in the following episode to take on Nugget Bridge and get in towards Misty and all that kind of stuff. So let's jump right into it with our very first battle, which is going to be our Route 3 encounter. Route 3, if I recall, has Pidgey, Spearow, and Jigglypuff, actually. So, I don't know. I feel like I kind of want Pidgey or Spearow just because it would be nice to have like a flying type on the team very early on. But, honestly, I don't know if I would say no to any of the three. I am leading off with Mr. Nibbles right now because I want to get him some screen time since he's brand new. We obviously see Solar Power. We've seen Solar Power all throughout the lock so far. But, let's see what we have. Encounterbot is ready to take us on for our... Sorry, I paused for a second. I'm a fool! A fool who paused. I paused for a second because I'm checking the framing real quick to make sure that this looks clean on OBS, the recording software. But what I was saying is we have a counterbot who's really taking us on for our Route 3 encounter. So let's go ahead and accept that and see what we end up against. Okay, so we got Jigglypuff. That's okay. I said that I am okay with any of the Pokemon on this route, and I wasn't lying. I am okay with them. Like I said, obviously I would have probably preferred Pidgey or Spearow, but I'm not going to get picky. So let's go ahead and set up with a Quick Attack. The one thing I do like about Mr. Nibbles, of course, is he has Quick Attack, which is really useful early on until he learns like Hyper Fang and all that kind of stuff. I think he learns Hyper Fang at like level 16, so not too much farther. Let's go ahead and hit with another Quick Attack. Jigglypuff, I think, only knows Sing at this point because he doesn't learn Pound until level 8, level 9. But he doesn't really learn anything for a couple levels. So I think what we're going to do, now that... So we've captured / fainted. But now that we have Jigglypuff as an option, I think what we're going to do is just leave him be for now. Possibly add him into the team a little later, because I know the next rival battle we have is going to be a four Pokemon team. So if all this holds out, you know, we could be looking at what, Ivysaur. I don't think Raticate yet, but we'd have like Ivysaur, Rattata, and then possibly Jigglypuff, depending on how that shapes up. So, let's go ahead and we're just going to click rematch, guys, because we're jumping right into our Mt.Moon encounter, because I don't like to tie up people's time, and this way we can knock out both encounters, let our beloved encounter bots be on his way, and then we can take on some interesting challenges. So, for Mt.Moon, it looks like, so it's going to be Zubat, which honestly I kind of figured, because Zubat, I think I mentioned this last episode, but Zubat has like a 79% encounter rate, which is ridiculous. So, pretty much, like, we were going to see Zubat. So we have Zubat, because the only other options were, Geodude, and I remember Clefairy had like a 1% encounter, and then Paris. Paris actually is out on this route. So Zubat, we'll just keep rocking out with Quick Attack for right now. He's going for Supersonic, the little cheating bastard, because Supersonic is kind of a bitch move. Sorry, children, if you were listening to that. Supersonic is kind of a low blow of a move, just because, oh my god, because of this, because it freaking confuses you, and then you end up doing damage to yourself. And the problem with Mt.Moon is Zubat has a 79% encounter rate, and you see like 50 million of the stupid thing, and then you keep hurting yourself, so you can't get rid of the goddamn thing. And here we go. Now we're just going to keep hitting ourselves and using quick attacks. And come on. Oh my god. Why did he go for a double supersonic? Like, I'm already confused. Let me be. Just leech life your way around your, whatever. Alright, confusion ended. Now we'll hit with the quick attack, and now we'll take out Zubat. So, Zubat is gone. Finally Zubat is gone. But with that, so our two encounters obviously were Jigglypuff and Zubat. Those, give me a second, I'm going to write them down just so I don't forget. I have like a recurring sticky note over here. Not recurring. Recurring means it keeps coming back. An ongoing sticky note. That kind of has our team options here, because it's not like an actual game where I can go to the box and just click it and pull it up and see what I have. So, in case you were wondering, now that we have Rattata, Mr. Nibbles on the team, in our box, so to speak, we have Caterpie, Weedle, Jigglypuff, and Zubat. And the weird thing, of course, is when I said in our box, so to speak, I did air quotes, like, proving my point. So, I did air quotes, like little finger movement, and then I realized that I don't have a face cam on, so it seemed really stupid, but I just instinctively did air quotes like you guys were looking at me. And also, I looked at the camera when I was doing it, because I do have my webcam up. It's not on, but I'm staring at it, because it's obviously up and above my camera. So, with me and my air quote self, I'm going to cut away for a second, just so I can get our next opponent online. And that, of course, is going to be Team Rocket, blasting off again. So give me a second. I'm just going to cut away and get our next opponent online, because then we'll be into some awesome battles. So I will be right back. Alright guys, so I am back with our challenger, the Team Rocket himself, Mr. Crocnaw Kid. And we are going to be taking on our battle in Mt.Moon. I don't know. I paused for a second there. We're going to be taking on our battle in Mt.Moon. What we kind of decided to do was, every time we would, I would encounter, who knows. Every time there's an encounter with Team Rocket, whether that's Pokemon Tower, Silphco, Rocket Hideout, or here in Mt.Moon even, what we're doing is taking on just the final Rocket battle. And the reason for that is, otherwise, if we got to things like Rocket Hideout and Silphco, I could be having a 3 freaking hour video of me taking on like 20, 30 Rockets in a row, where you're just watching me take out Zubats after, if not Zubat, then Rattata and Raticate, and it'll just be that over and over and over again, and get really dull. So what we've decided to do is just take on just the final rockets in each area. So this will be the final rocket in Mt.Moon, because I do believe you take on, I think 4 or 5 rockets in Mt.Moon. So this will be just the final one. Now, before I click accept here, I did decide to switch the team just a slight bit. Not in the fact that there's, different Pokemon, because it is still Solipow and Mr. Nibbles, but I decided to put Solipow up front just because of Leech Seed. Let me click accept here while I'm talking. But we are going with Solipow up front because of Leech Seed. It does help with the longevity of everything, because I can use Leech Seed out front, which I'm actually going to do right this second. But it does help out with the longevity of things, because we can't really grind, per se. The way we have this set up is we can't grind, so anything and everything we can do to kind of elongate our life, the better. So I went ahead and set up Leech Seed. We're facing off against a level 16 Rattata, which I'm not sure. I don't think that the original Rocket had a 16 Rattata. I think it was Eradicate. I'll have to ask when this is over. I'll ask Crocnaw Kid what if we're doing, or if it was supposed to be Eradicate, because one of the things I noticed with Showdown is that if you go for a Pokemon that, let's say, wouldn't necessarily be valid, it kicks it back at you. And so, in other words, if this was supposed to be Eradicate, it wouldn't let you go through with it, because Rattata doesn't evolve until level 20. So it'll kick back saying it's invalid. So I think this was supposed to be, oh my god, crits. I can't afford crits right now. But I think this was supposed to be Eradicates. Oh my god. Oh, that's what I get for not paying attention. Actually, even if I was paying attention, we'd probably still get critted. Oh my god. So I've gone for Growl the last couple turns, because I'm kind of concerned that this thing knows Hyper Fang. Sorry, that crit just kicked me back into focus mode. So we've gone for Growl the last couple turns, because I'm worried about Hyper Fang. I don't know why I almost said Focus Fang, but Hyper Fang. Can't afford, because that quick attack just did a huge ass chunk of damage as a crit. So quick attack before, okay, so I'm looking before the crit, it did 14%, and then a Growl, then a crit was 36, so that means it was 13%, and then another Growl. So it shouldn't do too much, but I am kind of concerned that it knows Hyper Fang, because all I know about right now is quick attack. I can't afford a Hyper Fang. I'm going to go for Growl one more time. I am kind of taking a risk, because if we get critted one more time, we're really up shit creek. Okay, so did 10, which I kind of expected. I still can't freaking afford a crit at any point. So he's down to a third. I'm going to swap out to Mr. Nibbles, because I'm a little concerned. So we're going to go for Mr. Nibbles. So he does have Hyper Fang, because he just wielded it. And it's a good thing, because it's not a good thing that he knows Hyper Fang, but it's a good thing that we swapped, because that did 25, which would have destroyed Solar Power. So we'll go for Arm Quick Attack. I'm hoping that with Leech Seed we can kind of stall out and maybe absorb some hits. So let's hope. I don't know if I want to go for Tail Whip. I kind of want to just go for another Quick Attack and do as much damage as possible. Okay. So let's see. So Quick Attack is doing 14% damage. He's at 30%. So it's not enough to take him out with 2 Quick Attacks. But he's also doing a quarter to me. I feel like we're gonna be able to take two more Hyper Fangs because of Leech Seed. So let's go for Tail Whip, and then hopefully that'll bring it down to where we can take it out with 2 Quick Attacks, because Quick Attack will go first. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So as long as we don't get critted, we're able to take 1 more Hyperfink. So let's go for the quick attack now. His defense is down. So that did 20. Oh, come on, don't get crit, don't get crit. Oh my god, we didn't get crit. They freaking high rolled us. So we were playing a game of like very barren percentages. So I get it. So his defense is down, his attack is down, his leech seed. Oh my god. So that is that's the second match in a row now, guys. We have lost somebody. Or not, well, actually not second match, second episode, because we didn't lose anybody against Brock, but oh my god. So there goes Rattata. Mr. Nibbles is gone. Oh, stupid Rattata. And you know what the funny thing is, right? It's how it keeps happening, not when we're I'm just gonna click Vine Whip. Is only happening not when we are. I can't even think, guys. I was gonna say it's always happening not when we're taking on the final battle. Like we have one more battle after this that I'm planning. Oh, thank God we survived. We survived that quick attack. I was like, we were about to lose the lock right there. But I was saying it always happens like the second to last battle, like the gym trainer against Brock. You know, stupid Team Rocket taking our Rattata. So, I hate to do this, guys, but I am going to have to cut away one more time. Because I was planning on going just straight through this, but I have to cut away one more time because now I have to add another team member to our freaking team. So that's either going to be Butterfree, Beedrill. Like, it's the same situation last time when we lost Marco, where it was going to be Butterfree, Beedrill, or Rattata. I didn't want to do Butterfree or Beedrill, because I didn't want something that had the same weaknesses as Bulbasaur. But same thing goes for Zubat. Like, yeah, Zubat's a flying, but also the poison type. Jigglypuff, I honestly don't think Jigglypuff learns anything by level 12. Like, he's going to just be Pound and Sing, and Sing has, I think, 55% accuracy, which is absolute garbage. So I don't know. I gotta cut away, do a couple minutes of research, and then I guess we're gonna have to just take it from there because this is becoming a rough go of it. So I'll be right back, and we'll see what our new team member is. All right, guys. So I am back, hopefully for the last cutaway time of this video. But I decided to go with Beedrill, as you can kind of see on the screen here. So I went with Buzzkill, the Beedrill, as our newest team member to kind of replace Mr. Nibbles. And really, it came down to Beedrill or Jigglypuff as our replacement team member, because sort of the main reason I went for Mr. Nibbles and Marco even before that was for like a physical presence, and Butterfree doesn't have a physical presence. Zubat doesn't have a physical presence, especially not like as it is at level 12. So really, it came down to Jigglypuff with Pound or Beedrill. And what kind of put Beedrill over the top was the fact that he has a variety of things I can do with him right now at level 12, like Poison Sting to inflict some status if I need to, String Shot to lower speed, Harden to increase the defense, so he can kind of like alter stats, provide status, and then also use like Fury Attack to do some damage. So he plays like a nice kind of support role for Solar Power. It's like a yin-yang kind of thing. Now, obviously, I hope I don't run across any kind of fire, ice, anything, psychic, anything like that. But hopefully, for the interim, he will pull through. So welcome aboard Buzzkill, our newest member of the team, to team up with Solar Power. Hopefully, you don't go the way of the other ones, where you just make it through like 1-2 battles and then you're KO. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take on our final challenger of the episode. And that, of course, is going to be that grimy little super nerd who doesn't want to give you any of his fossils. So, let's go ahead and click accept. I don't really remember what the super nerd has. I think if I remember, he has Grimer, Coughing. Oh, so he definitely has Grimer, because we're looking at it right now. But I think he had Grimer, Coughing, not Zubat, Voltorb, Magnemite, something like that. Let's go ahead and set up with our traditional Leech Seed combo. And not combo, because it's not combining with anything. But we'll set up with our Leech Seed. He's going to go for Disable, which misses. So at this point, what is Grimer going to have? Pound. He has Disable, Pound. I think that's all he should really have, because he doesn't have, like, Sludge or anything. Doesn't have Minimize yet. So, let's... Oh, yeah. I don't want to go for Vine Whip, because it's not going to do a lot. Actually, I'll go for Vine Whip. I want to see how much damage it does, even though it's resisted. So it does 10%. He's going to go for Disabled, which misses again. I don't know why he's trying to go for Disabled. Is he trying to... Because I already used Leech Seed. I'm going to go for Tackle, so we can compare the damage. So a Stab, Resisted, Vine Whip versus Tackle. So Tackle does 1% more, so slightly better. He does Pound on us. And now, I'm trying to think what would be the best option. I mean, obviously, we can keep going for Tackle. He does have 2 more, but this looks like it's going to be kind of slow going for right now. But we'll go for Tackle again. Hopefully we can get off a crit or something, because I don't think Grimer's that fast. So his Disable finally goes through, of course, and it's on Tackle. I mean, I could switch into Buzzkill, who has more attack, but I don't want to switch just for the sake of switching. So I'm going to just keep kind of chipping away at this and see how it pans out. I'm trying to think what he would have that would be of any kind of threat to us. So Voltorb is the other Pokemon, so it's Voltorb. We're not disabled anymore. I'm going to go for Leech Seed yet again, because the more Leech Seeds we can set up, the better it's going to be. So we're going to set up with the Screech, or not we're going to set up with Screech, they're going to set us up with the Screech. We're going to set up with the Leech Seed. I'm kind of... Okay, so Screech... I don't know that I'm overly concerned about Screech, because we definitely have higher defenses than Buzzkill. Voltorb, I don't think really has any attack. I mean, and by attack, just to clarify, I mean attack stat, because he does have, I think, Tackle at this point, but I think he's probably just setting up for whatever else, which is why he kept trying to go for Disable. So if he's doing Disable Screech, I think he's just trying to set up to take out Solar Power with what I'm guessing is Coughing. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's Coughing. But Vine Whip missed on Screech, which is not bad for us. Not bad for us. So let's go ahead and hit with another Vine Whip, see if we can't KO here. Come on. Ba-boom! Ba-boom! So, Vine Whip to take out the Voltorb. So that leaves us with Coughing. I'm going to say Coughing, yeah. It leaves us with Grimer at least, but definitely Grimer, but I'm really feeling strong about Coughing, because I seem to remember Coughing. So I'm not sure what he'll send out now. But the other question you have to ask is, what are we going to pick up? Because obviously at the end of this battle, we're either going to get... Oh, see, I was right. Coughing. I knew it was going to be Coughing. But the other question you have to ask is, what fossil do you guys want? Because I've always been more of a fan of the Dome fossil, just because I like the look of Kabutops. But I know a lot of people really like Omanyte and Omastar, with the Helix fossil, you know, with the whole Lord Helix and all that kind of stuff. And I know that it can be a lot more useful to us. So I don't know. Whatever you guys feel like, but of course we have to win this battle first. So maybe I shouldn't get too far ahead of myself. Let's go for the Leech Seed again. He just used Smog, which did probably too much damage to us, because what do they do, like a quarter? So not too great, especially because of the way our defenses are looking right now. So I think I'm pretty sure he just missed, but I'm going to go, because Smog is not physical, right? Smog is a... Oh, no, wait. I almost said Smog was special, which I think it is now, but I forgot. Gen 1, it doesn't work that way. So it is... Because Poison... I think Poison... No, I think Poison is special in this gen. But either way, it doesn't matter. So let's go for Tackle, because Vine Whip's not doing anything for us. He's going to Smog us again for a quarter. Now the question is, at what point do I want to bring out Buzzkill? Because right now a stab... stab for him, but right now a crit... Smog would... I don't know that it would KO us, but it would get awfully close. So we get a crit on our own, which brings him down to half. I'm going to swap out now because I can't afford a crit. We can't afford a crit on Solar Power, since he's the only one who seems to be doing the work for us throughout the lock. Like, the other Pokemons come and go. Like, Marco did some work for us in that one rival battle. Mr. Nibbles, I guess he took out some encounters. He really hasn't done too much, but he didn't do too much because he's not coming back. So let's go ahead and swap out to Buzzkill. Buzzkill the Beedrill, who's going to get hit with a crit Smog. Wait, I'm really confused. Does it not know what our HP is? Because it said lost 16 to 18% of my health. Okay. Let's go for Fury Tank. I want to see how much we can do. If we get 5 Fury Tanks off, we should do a decent amount of damage, because 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4. But even a 4, what was that? Like 20 damage? Plus with the Leech Seed, I think we should be able to take out Coughing here. So if we hit for another Fury Attack, because he looks like he's just going for Smogs right now. 3, 4, and down goes Coughing, and down goes Frazier. But so that's going to leave us just with the Grimer. So the Grimer at about half against our pretty much fully healed or full health Buzzkill, and about a third health Solar Power. So let's go for another Fury Attack again. Honestly, I don't see Grimer being able to do too much against us, because he's revealed Pound, he's real disabled. I think that's all he really has. What did he... Okay, so he disabled Poison Sting. He disabled Poison Sting, which we weren't going to use anyways. So let's just keep rocking Fury Attack. Oh, it's doing more damage than it did before. Not by a lot, but every percentage point helps right now. So I think if we get one more Fury Attack off, that should just be enough to do it. If not, maybe like one more on top of that. Come on. Oh. That 2 times is what did us. But so we're locked in now, because as long as we hit, we've got it. Come on. Fury Attack, 2, and there we go. So we did pull it out. Thanks to some crafty Fury Attacking by Buzzkill, which I kind of like that. I like the fact that it did a lot of chip damage, but also his defenses were strong enough that he took, a couple pounds... Smogs, that kind of stuff, and ended up like 2/3 health. Like he still did a really, really decent job, which I like. So overall, I'm sad that we lost Mr. Nibbles, because it would have been nice to get that Hyper Fang in a couple levels. But I mean, all things considered, Buzzkill did put in the work. So good job, Buzzkill. But with that being said, guys, today's comment question of the day, which of course you have been staring at on the side there, because I always put it up on the side, but today's comment question of the day is, what are we going to go for? The dome fossil or the helix fossil? I almost said the dome stone, but no, dome fossil, helix fossil. So it depends on what you guys want. If you want to see Kabutops, if you want to see Omanite, Omastar, all that stuff. Obviously, we won't be getting those Pokemon until we get to Cinnabar Island, so we do have a stretch before we'd even see them. But they could play a big role when we go into things like the Elite Four, or against Giovanni for the 8th badge, all those kind of things. So, let me know down below. Let me know down below which one you think we should get. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. If you like what you saw today, if you want to keep up with the Locke, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me down below. If you want to take our relationship to the next level, hit that subscribe button. With that being said, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. Have yourselves a beautiful day. This is Sleevecard signing out, and I will see you later.